back, everybody, to another episode of Mega Man 4 Buster Only No Death Run, and we are going after another troublemaker of the past that I recall. I could never beat this guy on Buster Only, but we are moving ahead to Bright Man. I always had to get through Toadman first so I could beat this guy with the Rain Flush because I just could not figure out how to beat him with Buster. He just seemed very impossible to me when I was younger. Anyway, starting the stage off, we have two different unique enemies, which don't really, I think, make much of an appearance until the end of the game. So you get to feel their dual gimmick early on in the stage, and then it only comes into play later. And that was probably the hardest jump in the entire stage right there. You gotta really scooch to the edge there. Now we have crickets and totem poles. Very interesting combination, that. And if you try and jump over the totem poles with the help of the cricket, the totem poles will jump up to hit you. So you're going to have to kill them. And you have some sort of pinball machine. Not too hard overall, you just need to... I mean, the worst attack is when they just try to lob shots at you overhead. 3 in a row, of course. Those actually track you. The white shots that they shoot just go straight ahead. On the whole, this stage really isn't that bad. It's the boss that can be a little tricky. Now you have another dead-end sort of design here, similar in nature to Skullman's stage. Just gotta follow these platforms over. And here's another free E-Tank for you to get. And of course we will utilize later. Now to get back, it is extremely hard. I don't even think it's possible in some cases to even make these jumps. So you're going to have to use Rush to get past pretty much on the way back. So this is a necessary utilization tool that you need just to get back from this particular dead-end route. Okay, back to the main stage, as it were. We have another instance of cricket hopping, grasshopper hopping, whatever. This time it's a little bit tricky because now you have to deal with two different sets of crickets that might be hopping up underneath you, and hopefully you'll be carried off by the right one. The fact that the jump speeds and heights are really not defined and it varies from playthrough to playthrough doesn't help matters. And here's the final section, where we're not going to fire and put out the lights, because that would make this whole area a lot harder. So I'm just going to let the energy balls go past, and then go along this route of platforms. I mean, they put these enemies all in the same area where you're going to have to shoot them, but thankfully, at the very end, they have these little firework guys to bring back the light. So overall, not a really bad stage. Really easy, actually. Now, Bright Man, he is hard, unless you figure out what exactly he's doing. So overall, it's pretty simple. He jumps back and forth and then shoots 3 shots. Either straight up and down, like he's doing now, straight down and up. And I think he varies and changes that up over the course of the battle. As long as you're far away from him like this, it's very, very easy to dodge this. Now, it seems pretty random when he does his flash stopper like this. In actuality, he does it, it's set to his hit points. So at certain intervals, like at the 4 interval mark, which we totally just passed, he would do another flash stopper. So there's 3 points in his life meter that he is 100% guaranteed to do a flash stopper unless you quickly bypass it by doing more damage to him than that set HP interval. So kind of interesting detail that, but if you know that, then he's actually really easy as long as you keep your distance and dodge his shots. Not a very bad boss overall. A lot easier now than it was when I was younger, that's for sure. So, a rather breather of a level, which ended up being a lot easier than I thought, what I was dreading, and I'm thankful for that, because the next couple, I'm not too terribly worried about. So, see y'all in the next video. Until then, see you later, and stay retro. So a couple of these outtakes actually happened in the level itself, and one of them, this one with the crickets or grasshoppers, was as a result of bad collision coding detection, and I ended up dying on the spikes. Trust me, I was just as shocked as you were. And then again, collision detection was the killer of me for this section, as I thought I would make this jump nice and easy and get hit by the side of the platform that got it to move and fell to my death. Now the rest of the outtakes was against Brightman himself as I tried to figure out a good way to get past him. And let me tell you, even though you dodge his shots, his contact damage, he hits like a frickin' truck. He is very painful. You do not want to get hit by him at all, especially in the Robot Rematch stages where every hit counts. Yep, and there's his flash and his death jump right on top of you. So these 3 outtakes was just basically me figuring out the best and proper way to keep my distance, which I learned in this last battle, but a little bit too late, unfortunately.